Does prayer really work? And is it something that we just do because we want something, or is there you know, a higher purpose towards praying? And so, first of all, let me just put it out there, disclaimer. Me, I'm not even a religious person. I rarely go to church. I don't believe in religion, but I believe that there's a God, and I'm very spiritual and I'm very prayerful. So that said, does prayer work? And what are these things that we pray for? And could it be that, a lot of the times we feel prayer doesn't work because we pray for the wrong things? We're usually like, yo, God, I need money. God, I need a new car. I need to move to a new place. I need to, like, what are these things that we are praying for? And could it be that's the reason why we feel that sometimes prayer doesn't work? So I've been interrogating the power of prayer and how I pray about things. And so I've moved from praying for things and praying for, the outcomes of, certain things, to praying to just get through the process of, these things that I'm trying to do. So, for example, if I'm maybe going for an interview somewhere, instead of praying for getting that job, what I'll pray for is the confidence and the ability to articulate myself while I am in that interview or I'm in that situation, or whether I'm pitching, whatever it could be. Just the confidence, and I pray for, the ability to be able to articulate myself. So that's one example. The other thing that I pray for is to understand God's will, because a lot of the times what I've found is that when we pray, God has planned something for you. And instead of praying to understand or to ask God to reveal to you what is this thing that, He has planned for you, you decide for yourself what it is you want. And you're like, this thing is what me I want. Me, I want this job. You believe deeply in your heart that this is the thing that you should be doing. And so you pray towards that. But that's not what God has planned for you. And because you have not learned how to listen to the things that God has planned for you, you've decided things in your own mind. And I've decided that's the thing that I'm going for. And God is giving you these subtle hints that this is not the thing for you, but you completely ignoring that, and you're like, no, this one, me, I know this one. I'm at this deal. I know this deal is for me, man. Me, I've put my heart and soul into this deal. And then I'd like to believe God is just sitting back saying, okay, me, I've told you to go this way, but you're going this way. So since you're the one who decides you know better, see, you just go and then we see. And then you go and you do this thing and you do everything perfectly, everything textbook the way it's supposed to be, and it doesn't work out. And then you're frustrated. And I think one of the things that we should learn to do is to ask God to reveal to us what is this plan that He has for us. Because ultimately, if you think about it, there's God's will, and then there's what you want, which may not be the same thing. So I think that's one. But two, we never say thank you when things go our way. Rarely, we rarely do. And think about God like a parent. Or even you in your own situation. Think about it. When you have somebody who only comes to you when they need something, and then when they get it, they are out of there. They don't kumbuka you at all. How would you feel about that? And so we mostly ever go to pray when we want something. And that, like, for example, you've got an exam coming up and you're like, God, I swear, Annie, if you let me pass this exam, I will become saved. I'll be the best. Annie, I swear, I'll be out there doing the most for you. Then so you pass your exam, and the next thing after that, you're at 18, 24, you're partying away, and you've forgotten exactly, those things that you said you would do, which is cool. But think about it this way. Like, I think it's important to be able to say thank you. And for me, I had a situation where this taught me, the power of saying thank you. I had just gotten a deal, made some money, and it was dope. And then I'm driving and got into an accident. It wasn't a serious accident, but it was serious enough to cost some, serious amount of money. So repairing my car and the other person's car cost like almost about 30K. And I was so upset. I was pissed. I was like, wow, how am I going to spend all this money? I just made this cash. God, how can you do this to me? Like, you've just given me this money. Now you've taken it away. Like, what is all this? And then when I sat back and thought about it later, I was like, you know what? this could have been worse. This accident, somebody could have been really injured. Nobody was. This accident could have happened and I would not have had the money to pay for the repairs. So I would have been in a really terrible situation. But look at it. So I chose to look at it this way, like the accident happened and I had the money to pay for it. So that's a blessing. So that's how I was fortunate enough to have the money to pay for it. So my prayer to God was, thank you for letting me be in a position to be able to pay for this when it happened, or to be able to deal with this issue when it happened. Because if I had not had these resources and this issue happened, and I believe it was going to happen anyway, it would have been a lot worse than it was. So I think just being thankful, even when things go wrong, being thankful that when things go wrong, you're in the situation that you can actually correct them, even in as much as these things that have happened are painful, you know. And then I think the other thing is that we're just not patient, you know. God's timing is not your timing, you know. I remember when I was trying to apply for a radio presenter job very early on in my career when Kiss FM had just started. And I went there and I took I did the deadliest demo and I took it there and I was convinced this thing was going to work and I handed it in and till today no one has called me back. But the thing is, I really wanted deep in my heart to be a radio presenter. And it didn't happen at the time that I wanted it to happen because at that time, God was like, you're not ready for this right now. Though this might be in your eventual career path, now is not the time for you to have it. So I'm going to make you wait. I'm going to make you grow. I'm going to make you experience life a bit more so that by the time that this thing comes to you, you are ready to receive this blessing the way that, you need to receive it. And so that's what I think. I think, one, we pray for the wrong things. I think we never say thank you. And I think we're just not patient, you know. What's been your experience with prayer?